Nigeria's Supreme Court stops Buhari's government from suspending old Naira notes by February 10th. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel. Counsel for the applicant urged the Supreme Court to grant the application in the interest of justice and the well-being of Nigeria. The Supreme Court has temporarily halted the Nigerian government move to stop the use of old Naira notes on February 10th, 2023. This was stated in a ruling given by a 7-member panel led by Justice John Okoro for an ex parte application brought by the three northern states of Kaduna, Kogi, and Zamfara. The three states have specifically applied for an order of interim injunction restraining the federal government through the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) or the commercial banks from suspending or determining the ending on February 10, 2023, the time frame with which the now older version of the 200, 500, and 1,000 Naira note denomination may no longer be legal tender pending and hearing and determination of their motion and notice for interlocutory injunction. On Wednesday, Mr. A.I. Mustafa San, counsel for the applicant, urged the Supreme Court to grant the application in the interest of justice and well-being of Nigeria. He stated that the policy of the government had led to an excruciating situation that is almost leading to anarchy in the land. While referring to the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN statistics indicating that more than 60% of Nigerians do not have bank accounts, Mustafa lamented that the few Nigerians who do have bank accounts are unable to access their funds as a result of the policy. Delivering ruling in the motion, Justice Okoro held that after careful consideration of the motion ex parte, this application is granted as prayed. An order of interim injunction restraining the federal government through the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) or the commercial banks from suspending or determining or ending on February 10, 2023, the time frame with which the now older version of the 200, 500, and 1,000 denomination of the Naira may no longer be legal tender pending the hearing and determination of the motion and notice for interlocutory injunction. He accordingly adjourned to February 15, 2023 for hearing of a main suit. Nigerians have been having difficulty obtaining the new Naira notes as the February 10th deadline approaches. This was why banks in the state have been attacked and protests in some states such as Ondo, Edo, and Oyo have devolved into riots. Banks have recently been the targets of violent attacks. When riots erupted over the weekend in Ibadan, Iwema Bank branch was vandalized. Medibank have increased the security and caution as a result of this. Due to the heightened tensions caused by the country's protracted Naira scarcity, some commercial banks on Tuesday ordered the closure of some of the branches until further notice. Governors of the ruling party had met with the president last week and pleaded with him to allow old notes and new ones to coexist. The president had told them to give him 7 days to look into the issues arising from their redesign. However, after the meeting, Godwin Emefiele, the Central Bank of Nigeria's governor, warned the Apex Bank was not considering shifting the February 10 deadline for the old notes to cease being a legal tender. So the courts get power like this. Hey, I dare here they look them, make these people use as they play. A lot of black money are in possession of those old corrupt political class. So they are fighting hard so the old stolen fund will not be useless in their hands. And Nigerians have quizzed to break the Supreme Court judgment that has never favored Nigerians since the last years of the government. That is what I'm saying. So these people, the governments can work. So the judiciary can actually be a third arm of the government that checkmates the excesses of the government, but has been dumb and blind all these 8 years. That's what they want to say to me. Oh my goodness, for this country, they should make both the old and new ones available to the people. It's not just suspending it because the notes are nowhere to be found. Now, like I've said it severally, that it is not just the fact that the old ones should be stopped being used. I'm in support of it all. All I'm going to say is the bank should keep making the new ones available and should stop giving people, as in, stop making it. There is a policy now that if you go to banks, if the queue is much, they'll give you 5,000 or they even give you 3,000. Do you understand? How can you don't have money? Then you queue on the line and you be on the ATM queue for hours, and then it is 2,000, it is 3,000 you're collecting. It doesn't make sense at all. Nigeria government did not obey any court order, so this one they are saying is just a waste of time. Okay. The issue of Indian Naira notes cannot be resolved this year. The aim of a cashless policy is something of a mirage. I'm telling you, you can't have a cashless policy in this one. If you say you want change, what's it called? You want change some things, no problem. Is this not the same Supreme Court that discharged Mazinam Kanu, Buhari and Malami disobeyed? Supreme Court did not have power over Buhari. It's better you people should go and deposit your own Naira notes before the deadline reach. Okay? It is not a matter of suspending anyone. There is no old and new Naira note. Which kind of judgment is this? No Naira note you're talking of Nigeria suspending. Is this Supreme Court in Nigeria? Maybe they are in the mass. For the very first time, a policy that favours the masses and further boosts the economy, our governors are fighting tooth and nail just to truncate it. No mind these people. Some people are jumping up and opening their teeth and clapping for them, thinking that they are doing us a favor. All right. So they have not finished changing out their billions hidden on the ground. On CBN will stand, we have already endured to the end. But no, they respect. Okay, but no, they respect such you. You don't get respect for anything except the one way you like. Congratulations, APC. You can have a lot of money to buy votes. Which Nigeria cost? The one Buhari lead administration did not obey. Help me and. All right. This English pass me, please. It means say we go still use the old Naira note or not. Help me, brother. You are very silly. Now, like I said, all this one they talk tonight for their pockets. It is they're already talking at February 10th or February 10th. All this one they talk. All this one they talk to me don't make sense. So, you better don't keep the old note till after 10 to February, because people will not collect it from you. Again, for fear of losing its value after the date, Supreme Court of Nigeria has gone political, but they don't have the power of enforcement, and the president does. More so, they just suspended the 10th February move to look at it on 15th February. Who knows what might happen or before the set date? What you're experiencing is power tussle, all for the outcome of the 25th February election. Okay, well, that is why those who are jumping up and jubilating tell them they never wish. Extending date is not even the problem, but making the cash available for people to use is the problem. It's the problem we are facing. No cash for people to use. Like I said, if they're trying to bring in a monetary policy alongside this is where I'm going to. All right. On those notes, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.